Hey guys, it's Miss Josette, and I am here with this week's Kids Club message. And it is an Advent lesson, which is what we started talking about a little bit last week in our Thanksgiving lesson. But this lesson is going into the celebration of the birth of Jesus and the Advent of waiting for that coming. We're anticipating the birth of Jesus. But those of us who are Christians know, and those of us who have been reading and studying know that that's not the only Advent. Jesus promised after he was here on earth and before he ascended back into heaven that he would come again. And we've been looking forward to that. Just as over 2,000 years ago, people were celebrating and looking forward to the Savior being born. No one knows exactly when Jesus is going to be coming back because it's not marked on the calendar, and no one knew exactly when Jesus was going to be born. But they were all watching, waiting expectantly because it had been prophesied. It had been told that it was going to happen. Just like we have been told that the second coming is going to happen. We can wait in an Advent season, which is where we've been for a long time. We've been in an Advent season anticipating that arrival. So as we prepare to celebrate the birth of our Savior, we need to also be preparing for his return. That is the big exciting part of this season. 2,000 years ago, there was no TV or radio announcements that a child had been born or that the Savior was in the world. When Jesus was born, very few people even really knew about it, but it was an event that God had promised, and it was prophesied in the Old Testament. There were Old Testament prophets who knew many years before that it was going to happen, but they didn't know exactly when. And so when we're entering this season, we need to remember that it's a period of time when we look forward to the celebration of Jesus' birth at Christmas time, but more importantly, we're looking forward to his return. And guys, I have to say, as we are in this Advent season, and as we are looking at the Advent season of Jesus' return and the second coming, there is no time more important than now to accept Jesus as your Savior. I mean, what an amazing gift that God has given us, better than anything that we could get from any friend or relative ever. The gift that God has given us in salvation with his Son, Jesus Christ. The gift that he gave us, that his Son was willing to be born as a baby and live on this earth as a man. That is amazing, guys. So absolutely amazing of a gift. And so as we're in this Advent season and we go through each week of Advent, this week was the week of prophecy. We know that the prophets of old foretold Jesus is coming. And Jesus even told us himself a bit of prophecy in giving us the promise that he would return to take those who believe in him to be with him forever in heaven. That prophecy promise is true. Just like the prophecies of the Old Testament came true, that promise that Jesus made us that he will return again is true and is going to happen. We just don't know when. There's not going to be some big TV announcement saying, hey, on this date, Jesus is coming back. Jesus told us no one will know the day nor the hour. As a matter of fact, Jesus told us that even he didn't know, that he didn't know when that time was going to come. But we need to be in a season of Advent anticipating that coming, just like we're in a season of Advent anticipating the celebration of Jesus's birth. Guys, I am looking forward to celebrating this whole Christmas season with you. And next week is the Kidz Klub Christmas party and the teens party. And we're looking forward to having those fun celebrations. But more importantly, we look forward to sharing with you the importance of this season. And for us not to forget that as fun as Santa is, and as fun as reindeer stories and games and gifts and fun things are in this season, the biggest reason that we are all here is to celebrate Jesus' birth and then remember why he came to earth. He didn't just come to earth just to be a baby and live here. He came for a very important reason, and we'll keep getting into that, and I'll keep reminding you of that every week. Then Merry Christmas, guys. Happy Advent season, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.